All right, guys, we're starting the year off big. 1,200 horsepower. Every dollar you spend at lsnasty.com will get you entered to win. .1,200 horsepower turbo Trans Am, 91mm turbo, 388 cubic inch LS on Holley EFI, built 400, built rear end, Viking suspension. This thing is a true muffin cap peeler. Welcome back to another video. We are here, as you guys tell by the title, we are working on Slick Rick. We have a busy week coming up, and we hope to finally have this thing at the track this week. As you guys know, the torque converter is sent off to M&M Transmissions to get in some updates. There was some issue with the turbine, where the turbine was hitting the stator. It was an older style. They're updating it to a newer style, so we should be able to slap that sucker in here and then go to the track. That is the goal. They're supposed to wrap up with it on Monday. I'm going to try to get them to overnight it Monday, so we have here Tuesday. If we can get it back here Tuesday, we'll stick it in the car, go to the hub dyno Wednesday, testing Thursday, racing Friday, Saturday. Sound like a game plan to you?
Sounds busy.
Sounds like a game plan to you?
We in.
Sound like a game plan to you?
I quit.
Travis has been putting in work lately. Not by choice either. Out of necessity.
Last man standing.
So we got like a few little things on the checklist for Slick Rick here. Obviously, get the transmission, all that stuff wrapped up, get the belly pans on. That kind of completes everything as far as like drivetrain stuff goes. We need to make new tie rod ends because these are too short, and I have all of the tubing and all of the proper hardware right here so we can make some nice big ass healthy ones. Do you guys trust my welding enough?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you're driving it.
Damn. All right. So we're going to figure it out that way. And then the last thing that we have to do is get this rear shock travel sensor mounted. And it's not necessarily the easiest because we need to make sure that when it is at ride height, where it sits with the shock bottomed out, as you can see, this is longer than the stroke. So we don't want to have it mounted here and then it'll literally break the sensor. So we have to have it where it comes past it. And we want it to finish like right there. Is that where we guessed it would be?
Yeah.
Like there, not like there?
Yeah, no, I measured it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh! I got that thing on him. So Travis is over here making some cuts. Are we using the brake? Oh, holy shit. Oh, yeah. Did this turn into an episode of Men in Black?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, God. Here. Let me help you out, my guy.
For those of you that commented in the last video that we needed a vertical bandsaw,
we have one, yeah. Duh. So I was editing a video. Travis and Mason and Logan were working on this, getting a bracket. They already made a bracket up. We're on V2 of the bracket. V2 of the bracket, and
V1 I'm gonna stick on my car.
V1 will be functional, but
oh, you're putting
V2 for safety.
Dude, big rear shock travel, guys.
And front end travel.
Dude, oh, and front end travel. Okay, I see you. Yeah, so it would be a whole lot easier if you have the bracket that holds these with the bolt going this way, because Low Dollar Motorsports sells a nut that goes on that is threaded that you can then bolt to the shock, but it actually wouldn't even work in this application. Oh. So it'd be useless for us. So this is actually fine. This is like a 10-inch travel, I think. This is just a big ass sensor. So I mean, I guess when they make longer shocks, we're ready for them. I tried to break the sensor when I first got it also.
Yeah.
You had to rip the top off.
Yeah, but she's secure now. She's secure now.
It's actually not secure.
All right, we're in the full-blown divide and conquer state. Look, Mason and I are working up here doing the tie rod ends. Travis and Logan are back there making the shock travel bracket.
Yeah. Let's see which crew gets done first.
Well, y'all been working on it for how long have they been working on it? And you were working with them.
Actually,
I
I changed your tail light. Ooh, new tail light on Hank.
We've done several other things. We can't help that y'all are just getting to crawling when we're walking.
Well, I'm sure our crawl is the same speed as your walk, so...
Don't rope me in.
All right, we were a little too short on these tie rod ends. I think we just had these laying around. Oh, look, they're different lengths. Would you look at that? No, these came off like the black sheep or something. I don't know. We're gonna have to get the transmission out of here because we're gonna have to lower the car at some point. And I guess what is the best way to do this? I guess get where we're like halfway in the meat on the tie rod end, halfway in the meat on the Heim, and the wheels are perfectly straight.
We lower the car
up to ride height.
Pull tapes. I would just set it at 0 toe. Just
to make them
0 0.
Yeah.
And then we'll just measure. I mean, I don't know. What do you think? You take up half of the Heim or more?
Yeah, so then I mean, on each side, so you'd have quite a bit of adjustment either way. And really, once it's set once, you're good. But right now, we're just out. These are too short. So, and we're going to this beefy. How much of this did I order?
Enough to make.
Here, hold that so they see.
400.
I ordered 6 of those by accident. I don't know how that happened. We got that shit in stock now. One thing that I'm not like super excited about, but it just kind of is the way it is I don't have any left-hand thread Heims, so they're both right-hand thread. So when you go to like, ideally with a Heim, you turn one way to tighten, you turn one way to loosen. We don't have that. So now like if you just spin the Heim, it just slides back and forth. So every time you make an adjustment, you're going to have to unbolt from the spindle, put a turn in it, check it, tighten once it's done.
Yeah, it's going to be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, but we only have to do it once. And then we'll order some right-hand thread ones and make new. Since I have enough of this, I mean, hell.
Well, you shouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to make new ones.
Yeah.
But they should be really simple.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it takes 2 seconds. Once we know the length.
One measurement with a bandsaw, and then slide the ends in and weld them. And
yeah.
It's not like it's a whole.
Oh, look at my man. My man's got the Wumbo ones. Are those? Do you have? Is one of those right-hand thread?
Yeah. One should be left hand.
Yeah.
Oh, so he just has what I need.
He can probably hook you up.
Yeah.
Because I had to get him to fix my bump steer. Mine was doing twice as bad.
Oh, sorry. What was it doing?
10 times as bad. It was.
Oh yeah, I know because we had to push that sucker in and out.
Listen,
and maybe pulled it.
They didn't see that. We pushed the car out.
No, we pulled it out with the truck.
Well, we pushed it part of the way.
Yeah.
And then.
As soon as we got it outside.
As soon as we got it outside. Go to work.
Yeah, storm work called. All right, so let's get this transmission out of here, and then we'll see if we can go up on the lift any, sneak the transmission out so we can leave it up there because I really have to take it. And then one last thing that I am going to have to do is make new transmission cooler lines, and then figure out where I'm going to mount them. So I think that's something that we probably, maybe just a piece of flat stuff coming off that bar, weld it on, drill some holes, through bolt it, kind of just like the black sheep. You know, make some new lines. We'll see. We'll do that. That's final step stuff.
Yeah, it gets tough with these headers coming all the way back here because you don't want to run it under here.
No, it'd go probably like
through the floor.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like if you could drill somewhere, if there's like room where you could just put them right here, as long as they're inside the fender. I mean, because you gotta think you pop the fender off every time, so I think that'd be kind of nice.
Be kind of clean.
Yeah.
Out of the way.
Yeah. Because on the black sheep, if you look where I got them on the sheep, I got them right up here. I essentially just do the same thing, just make it accessible. All the zero loss stuff, so before you put the connector on, you just wipe it off with your hand and stick it on, you're good to go.
What is that?
All right, guys, we got our pipe, tube, whatever you want to call it. We got our tube ends. We're going to start making some things.
Did you say two bends or two bends?
Tube ends. So we got our measurement on what we need. We got a nice pointer here too. So we're gonna make something to go from here to here, right? That looks like it's so much more of a distance now, doesn't it?
Well, it probably moved when I raised the car up, but that's okay. We already know what it needed to be.
God,
We
that
measured.
looks wumbo.
We measured. Measure once, cut 3 or 4 times.
Let's see. And this one looks tiny. What just happened?
When we raised the car up, the
All right, well,
suspension geometry.
what we're going to
pulled the
do
wheels.
is we're going to cut this to length. We're going to stick these in there, and then we'll mock it up. And then once it's correct, we will weld it out.
I like it.
Because on this, we can measure once, cut 4 or 5 or 30 times because I have so much tube. As long as we can get these suckers out of there, we'll be good to go. Yeah, the one side's hot. All right, guys. We're over here getting stuff knocked out. That thing is just so beefy for being on like a steering component because it doesn't see much load at all. But we're going to show you guys. I'm bad about just like putting the camera down and doing it and be like, we're done. So we're going to show you guys the whole process of it. So you got Mason here, our main man, measuring son of a gun. What was that one? So what do we need, a 6 and a 5?
5.5 and a 6.5, because we wanted a half. We said we were going to do a 1/2 inch extra.
Yeah.
So
All right, so what's that?
that one's 5.5.
Okay.
The tube is 4.
Okay.
So this one tube is going to be 5.
I mean, at this point, we can make like 10,000 different tubes and just...
Definitely cooking.
Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, yeah. Just like the slightest bit off. You know what I call that? Good enough.
We're
All
going
right,
to have to... Travis just stole our D-Bird tool, so we'll have to wait on him for a second.
Damn.
No, you're okay.
Damn, you literally stole it. I was like so excited to show you guys the D-Bird action. So watch, look at this. Non-D-Bird.
Ain't gonna go.
No, it's just physically science.
Yeah, we have an inside now. I just wanted to use that.
Well, this is just not a good look for the YouTube.
Oh, there it is. There it is. It's just a perfect machine fit.
It is. It literally is just a perfect machine fit. The real test.
What you got?
5.5 on the dot.
See you guys.
6.5. That shit's on the dot,
Man, I can math.
dude. Can math. God, these just look so. How humongous do these look for being tie rod ends?
I mean, you're driving it.
Yeah, I mean.
It is massive.
It's alright. Did we miscalculate? We have a miscalculation. So you're all the way in.
No.
You're toe in too.
No.
Yeah.
No. I'm pretty straight. Maybe a slight bit of toe out. Yeah, I measured it at ride height.
Why would you set it back down at ride height?
Well, I mean, don't go down track at ride height. Maybe we shouldn't have measured at ride height.
Maybe not.
We'll take two. Let's take 2 measurements now. They're done in the back. You want to show them your work?
No. Ooh.
Show them your work, and we'll
The
try to
zip
figure out
ties?
what we're.
What we got going on
It's
here?
like almost done. I've measured wrong somewhere because I'm toe in.
If our bump steer is close, then it shouldn't change that much.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking to myself. But the bump steer is damn close. I mean, dude, it's only got like 2 inches of travel. It can't be that far off. You know what I'm saying?
Some may right.
All right. Well, for those of us that are complete, it's Logan. Hey, buddy.
What you think?
So, shock travel sensor, bracket. It utilizes the bolts for the shock mount, so that way, if you ever have to move the shock, you're moving the shock travel sensor as well.
Pretty nice.
We're gonna start producing those.
Yeah, this is a plasma table deal where we can just cut it out. And I mean, that's pretty nice, dude. Get some adjustability.
Some nice bolts in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'd sell it too and just not have any bolt holes drilled there so you guys can, I mean, I assume that this is pretty standardized. Like this bolt hole spacing on 4 links for shocks.
In most cases, aren't they 1 inch on center?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I would assume so.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my brain is fried with this.
We made them the exact measurement that we meant to make them.
Yes. No, we measured correctly, but we thought about it incorrectly.
So, back to projects that are getting completed. When you mount your shock travel sensor, it should match the shock.
Cut this. Here, you stand in front of me and get this to be
Whoa.
where it's like going perfect.
Travis, you about took me out with that comment.
And how far off is it?
I mean, it's like an inch off. Where's your? Here, grab the tape measure. Just measure it. We'll just cut another one and test it real quick. Takes like 1 second to cut it. 5 3/4.
Yeah, 5 1/2. Probably. Well, 5 3/4 would be there, but you have literally no adjustment left. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say that's a decent amount of adjustment on both sides, don't you think?
What did you say it was, Mason?
Well, you don't even have that up anywhere near tight.
The jam nut?
No, the actual Heim, and it can move 1/4 inch back and forth.
All right, remeasure. Five 3/4.
Yeah, 5 3/4.
I believe I said 5 3/4. So I'm just...
Nah,
Did I not say 5 3/4?
Yeah, but it wasn't a calculate. It was a guess.
No, it was.
It was a guess.
It was exactly correct. It was a guess. All right, so let's cut one 5 3/4, and then we'll put it in here, and then what we'll do is we'll lower the car with them, so it'll be. I mean, ideally you want it to be right going down track. It sits at ride height, like the starting line, and then for like 10 seconds or
Ideally, your
10
bump steer
milliseconds.
is correct.
Is it not correct? I mean, I guess it's not, but it's
You
tough
should get
because
very. I mean, you're gonna have some bump steer no matter what. But I think,
Yeah.
But you should be able to get it like,
for how little
very, very minimal.
for how little it
Right,
is
why
and
did
your
it change so
control.
much?
Yeah. Here, let's just leave that in there. Let's make one of these 5 3/4. We'll stick it back up
Wait,
here.
wait,
We'll
wait.
set it down.
Let's do this. Let's set it down now.
No, I want.
can I get out from underneath it first?
Yes.
No, you
let's cut this real quick to 5 3/4 because I have so much excess tube. We could do this all day long.
Do we have a tube stretcher?
Oh.
Actually, we do.
I think we're getting somewhere. So we made some new tie rod ends. We got it close at extension. We're gonna measure it before we set it down. And you can see it's only really got like, what is that, like 2.5 inches of travel. So the bump steer shouldn't be that far off. The toe shouldn't change that much, but we want to make sure it's good going down track. So that'll be most important. And like, still, we're essentially getting it dialed in when we're fabricating them, and then they have adjustment. Like, how much adjustment do they have? I mean,
Inch.
yeah. So
More than an inch is a lot.
we probably could have just thrown it up there, but like, yeah, it's close enough the first time.
Probably.
That tire hitting the ground?
Nope.
All right, what are you getting over there?
You got pressure against your plate?
I got pressure on the plate.
Oh,
Alright.
but about a 1/2 inch difference.
68, a 16th
Is
there.
it toe in or toe out?
And 68 and it's toe out.
Toe
It's a
out?
half.
68 and about 9/16.
Wait, you're telling me it's toe out?
Correct.
She went too far by a little bit.
All right, hold on, let
Turn
me.
yours half a turn, we can turn ours half a turn.
I'm adjusting mine right now.
So one thing that'd probably be smart to do,
How's that?
make sure you push your wheel together.
Yeah, no, it is.
That there,
68 and a half to 68 and a quarter. So we need to go a little more.
So it's
How
still
much
towed
in
out.
can you go on yours?
I can go in
a good
a
bit.
decent.
Yeah, pull some in on yours. Did we make these too long? Because I only got like 3 or 4 threads right here.
That's about what we have left over here.
So I think the original measurements on them were correct.
Are we crazy? Are we overcomplicating?
Alright.
68 and a quarter.
I got 68 and
No,
no,
it's 3/8
it moved.
back
Make
here.
sure is your tie rod tight?
Yeah.
68 and 3/8.
Yeah, nothing moved on my end.
Alright, I got 68 and 3/8 over here.
68 3/8.
And yeah, 68.25 there, you're good.
You want like an 1/8 inch of toe in.
Yeah, you're within a 16th right there. So weld these tie rods up, and then we'll adjust it.
Okay. So, but we're good. Like, do you think
your tie rods are gonna draw as you those tie?
Look at how much adjustment I have over here. Here, you guys look at it too.
We probably have 4 or 5 turns.
You got very little over here. Yeah, it should be good. We just pull them off, weld them up, and then we'll adjust them.
Oh wait, we didn't check it out. Well, I guess it doesn't matter at ride height, 'cause this is how it's got to be going down track.
This is how it should be at going down track. Look at that extension.
All
Ooh.
3.5 inches of it.
No, we're talking about the rear.
Where are you at, Logan?
Back underneath the rear.
Hanging out.
Are you really trying to get rid of it, Gordon?
No, I just rinse you out.
Oh.
Alright, easier down.
You headed out?
Yeah, I'm about to cut out.
Bye, Logie.
I gotta go take my mom to her birthday dinner. Her birthday's Tuesday.
Nice. Might be when they're watching this video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. This is Monday video.
I don't know.
This is Monday video, right?
Oh, yeah. So mom's birthday's tomorrow.
Yep.
Ooh.
Look, 7 days a week, people don't realize that we out here putting in work at the shop.
Yeah. So
Some days it's 7 days productive, some days it's...
all the must be nice people.
Yeah.
Must be nice. I don't see you out here working till 3 a.m. I don't see you out here working every Sunday.
I don't see you driving back 14 hours and getting back at 4:30 in the morning and getting up at 7 and going and doing other stuff, going to work.
Tell him, Logan.
You know why? Must be nice.
Are you just...
All right.
Low key.
I got,
What?
Them things?
Ugh.
big
Knock my socks
diabetic
off.
guy?
Yeah, I got diabetes, but something about the strawberries and cream.
I got a test piece I'm gonna try to weld up.
Oh, Fabricator John.
Shout out to whoever welded last. The gas was turned off, so that's a big plus. Shout out to Mason for letting me use his welder, because Mason's a big welding guy.
Shout out to Travis for letting me buy his welder.
That shows you how not a welding guy I am.
Well, I hope John gets enough practice so he can weld up my tank that he was going to weld up whenever our
No.
POS Miller.
No, I got the Miller fixed.
Oh.
Miller's fixed.
Is it actually
No,
fixed?
it's legitimately
Actually
fixed, and
fixed.
I'm selling it for cheap because I'm just like, dude, you know what? I don't care no more.
Why don't we keep it as a spare?
Because I'm buying 3 of these. 'Cause I like these. That shows how brand loyal I am.
It's also easier to transition the AHPs to go in a trailer than
Alright.
it is to drag
We're
them.
just going to buy one too for the trailer.
It didn't sound too hot to start.
It's fine.
He recovered quickly, I heard it.
Alright, let's see. I hope that's not how you plan on welding the tire rod.
Well, didn't film any welding, but we got everything welded out. If you guys want to come over here and inspect my welds, you're more than welcome to. Come on, inspect it. Come on, you got to unplug a cord and inspect it.
It's not plugged in.
There they are. I mean, decent, like average, I would say.
We called Helen Keller to come weld it, but she was busy.
So I was here to do it.
How much of it did you weld, Mason?
Equally as
Crickets.
much as Helen Keller did.
Crickets.
I wish these had a flat on them, because for one, it makes it super easy to adjust when you have a flat. You're like, hey, turn it 2 flats. But also to put it on, it gives you something good to grab other than like just the two. Because like when you tighten the jam nuts now, you gotta grab. We gotta take these back off and paint them. Right?
Right. We'll definitely take them off and paint them.
If we didn't have all this polish, I would agree with you, but imagine spray painting the polish.
And then polishing it up.
Both of the Joes would come down here and whoop my ass.
Actually, you could probably just have them whoop Masons.
Yeah.
Joe C might whoop Masons just on principle.
Did you get it?
You'd be double Joed up.
So that's a little bit toe in, and we have 1,000,000 feet of adjustment out.
Yeah.
Right? Look at that, Travis. Come over here and look at this.
I mean, if you don't ever put the front wheels down, you don't have to worry about if they're towed in or towed out.
You are not wrong.
660-foot wheels.
Yeah. I mean, really, we should be figuring out if the wheel on the parachute is aligned correctly.
So what now?
Yeah, gonna put a wheel on the chute. It's not a wheelie bar.
Who tightened the ever-loving hell out of this?
You.
Oh, pro tip, put the ratchet on the bottom. We need a small spacer to go on top and longer bolts so that you can actually get on the nut. That'd be awesome.
I'm getting my ass whooped right now.
Do you want Daddy to come show you how to do it?
Nope, you stay over there.
What happened to this whole car?
I mean, it got dirty. We've been working on it. Actually, I should say we haven't been working on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's windy.
I mean, it is pollen season in North Carolina.
Yeah, it's bad.
Like, as you're washing your car, you can see the pollen just laying onto it again.
Oh, we gotta do that tomorrow also.
What's that?
Gold truck needs
No, I
a
got a
deep
place down
wash.
the road that doesn't.
And my truck needs a good wash.
I got a place down the road that doesn't. They're
Yeah.
open Mondays and
Are-
Tuesdays.
Are they comparable to Vincent?
Yeah, $40.
They do as good of a job.
Yeah, $40 just outside, an extra 20 for the inside. But they're like right next door.
That's priced up quite a bit from the Benson fellas.
It probably saves you 20 minutes worth of time. Time plus fuel is equal to the 20 minutes you save.
Don't know about it.
Can't be cheap all your life, Mason.
Downsy Dave's here tomorrow. He can wipe this thing.
I bumped this, so I don't know where straight would be to get it even like remotely close. I'm talking
Why
about
is that steering column offset so far?
race car shit. Oh, these are definitely way better than previous tie rod ends. See. All right, well, we still have to align the steering and everything, so I'd say that's pretty. That's good enough.
That's like damn.
Hey, dude, our measurement's spot on.
Spot on.
Look at that.
I thought this fell under the not getting it right, getting it done category.
No, that's only on jump.
Yeah, no, we got it right and we got it done.
There's like a difference. There's a time where you just get it right.
All right, so
Or just get it done.
for Monday we'll paint them, right? And then we will. I guess we can't make the transmission cooler lines because we can make the bracket and put the fittings in there for the transmission, and then when we get the converter we'll put it all back together and make the lines, and then off to the dyno we go. So successful day. Slick Rick going racing this week. That's the goal. That's going to wrap it up here. You guys can go to lsnasty.com and win a 1200 horsepower Trans Am if you want. It's not quite as fast as this, but very similar. It's white. It's an F body. It's got a turbo. It's on HOLLEY. So I mean, we're practically giving away like Slick Rick, kind of. Very similar to it. So. You know,
5 lug.
yeah.
According to Mason, this is the
Okay.
like second and possibly even third best third gen out there.
Yeah. What number of third gen is this now?
Are we even top 10 at this point?
Are we? Yeah.
hate y'all.
Are we plummeting still?
I hate y'all.
All right, guys. That's gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys for watching. Comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys in tomorrow's upload.